Tyrian sector was all but doomed. The hive ships of the Tyranids hung over each world, seeding them with obscene creatures. The Tyranids were ready to feast. But these worlds are also the recruiting ground for the Blood Ravens, a chapter of the Emperor's own Space Marines, and they refused to yield. The veteran Tarkus weathered pitiless alien attacks, allowing Cyrus and his scouts to find weaknesses in our ravenous foes, while Avitus leveled his righteous fury upon the Xenos. Thaddeus descended upon them on wings of fire, and Davian Thule, the first to fall against the Tyranids, returned from death in the form of a mighty dreadnought. You led them all, Commander. Together, you fought across the deserts of Calderis, through the jungles of Typhon, and beneath the great spire cities of Meridian. You faced an implacable enemy, and you triumphed. But there is a truth more implacable than any Tyranid. A new threat will always emerge. Once, planet Aurelia was the sector's crown jewel, home to billions of souls. Then came the warp storms. They pushed Aurelia into a new orbit, encased the planet in ice, and swallowed it whole. For 1,000 years, the warp held Aurelia in its terrible grip, depositing untold horrors across its surface. Now, planet Aurelia has returned. It should be a barren ball of ice, but a signal is coming from its surface. A Blood Raven signal. A call for help. Commander, this is Gabriel Angelos. We have detected a Blood Raven's distress signal coming from somewhere nearby. If there are chapter brothers in need, provide support. But be wary of a trap. Angelos out.
Our drop pods have scattered, Commander. Something is interfering with the navigation systems. We should locate our other forces and regroup. We need to get past this wall if we are to locate the other drop pods. Use your jump pack to get across. Remote detonators and demolition packs are more than enough to bring this gate down. Be vigilant. Let fly. We need all target acknowledged. Supply crates replenish explosives and other expendable items. Destroy those crates to uncover the supplies. Guardsmen, what are they doing here?
Hold your position, Space Marines! I said hold!
Lower your weapon, Guardsman. We do not answer to you.
Gun them down!
Under fire. I can clear those bunkers with explosives. Attacking them with standard weapons takes much more time.
Get them! Get them all!
Charges set.
Our glory is
Charge left.
to our enemies!
Something sinister is going on here. No loyal guardsman would ever fire on a Space Marine. I doubt these traitors were alone.
Commander, the immediate area is secure, but this unpopulated glacier is an armed camp. Did this world not just emerge from the warp?
If so, someone else got here first.
Traitor guardsmen. Just when I was starting to respect them.
Hate them if you will, but do not underestimate them.
Here they come! Get ready to fire!
Traitors!
Quickly, while Tarkus has their attention. We should engage them at extreme range and focus our fire. Target destroyed. Your command formation. Go!
My thanks, Commander. Our drop pod took anti-air fire on final approach. Only I made it out, and just barely.
And still, you made yourself a target to break that ambush. What would the Codex say about that?
The tactical squad shall draw the enemy's fire, thus allowing the Devastator squad to attack from a position of strength.
Ha! That it does.
This whole situation looks like a trap, but there is still a distress signal transmitting from somewhere nearby. We had best locate its source quickly.
Standard Imperial locator relay. Transmitting a generic distress signal using Bloodraven's codes. Just enough to lure us in.
Coordinates 9.6 by 1112. Launch barrage!
Artillery! Clear the area! A spotter called in that attack from hiding. Cowards! We should extract and bomb this ice pile from orbit.
No, we need to secure an approach before we can launch an extraction.
Only logic engines can track and target drop pods. Those systems depend on a broadcast array.
Then let us act like Space Marines. Find the array and destroy it.
More enemy spotters. Forward observers. Kill them quickly.
Target coordinates and fire!
Mind your formation.
Get to that position.
Thunderhawk is en route.
Then we should proceed to our extraction point and destroy any other traitors we find. Kill those traitors before they call in a strike!
Fire away!
Keep advancing to avoid the artillery.
We should expect a counterattack shortly.
Agreed. Still, this is a defensible position. We hold here.
Brothers, we go.
The chapters read vigilant.
Thunderhawk Talon Alpha inbound. Hold position.
My Devastator squad should take position in that structure. This whole area will become our killing field.
Target killed.
Yes.
Scouts here, still engaged. Be vigilant.
Remain vigilant.
The traitors are laying down a barrage to soften us up. Prepare for an assault.
Here comes Talon Alpha.
Look, they are breaking off the attack.
What do you expect from traitors? Courage and honor?
Here they come!
The reward for treachery. Retribution.
Well done, Commander. Those guardsmen have paid the price for betraying the Emperor. We must discover who these traitors were and how they came to use a Bloodraven's code. But we will have to investigate that later. The second strike team I assigned to investigate Aurelia has sent a distress signal. Sergeant Thaddeus and his assault marines are already prepared to deploy, along with the dreadnought Davian Thule.
This signal could be another trap, Captain Angelos.
This call is a full message, Sergeant. Review the signal on your planetary display and provide whatever support you can.
Commander, I recognize the markings on the troopers who ambushed you. They used Imperial Guard equipment, but those were House Vandis forces.
Vandis, the deposed governor. That coward fled the sector when the Tyranids attacked.
The noble houses on Meridian have their own militias. It looks like Vandus' troops are resisting the new regime.
I am sure Governor DeRosa will be delighted.
Strike Cruiser Retribution. This is Librarian Jonah Orion. We are under attack. The Eldar are massing around us. They have a Wraith Lord, which has already claimed Sergeant Endymion. We must drive these Xenos back. We found them excavating the area. To what end, I do not know. The Eldar have deployed a powerful force to ensure we do not find out. I fear we will not survive long without reinforcement.
Commander, Endymion was once my second in command. I will not abandon him.
Our honored brother is correct, Commander. We must recover Endymion and Jonah and exterminate the Eldar.
Eldar warriors! Attack!
Away from him, you Eldar wretches!
Quickly! Secure that beacon!
Eldar witches! Get back!
No more blood ravens fall this day. No more! You are a welcome sight indeed, Commander. I am Jonah Orion.
And Endymion.
He fell, saving me from an Eldar war machine. We had just discovered a large Xeno structure to the east when they attacked.
A webway assembly, no doubt. It will allow them to invade at their leisure. We must destroy it.
I will guard over our brother's remains. The chapter will not lose Endymion's gene seed.
Of course. I am at your disposal, Commander.
What in the Emperor's name are those?
Something akin to a Wraith Lord.
Thaddeus. Jump to that position!
Psychic power is building up.
Quickly, destroy their access to the webway.
You are too late. The ancient souls have found their new homes. Rise, Wraith God! Destroy the humans!
Receiving fire!
Good. The remaining Eldar are cut off. They cannot retreat.
What were those things the Warlock summoned?
He called them Wraith Guard. They somehow drew psychic power from him.
Tied up!
The Eldar press their attack. I will not leave Endymion to these Xenos.
Captain Thule, hold fast! We must support him, Commander!
Hostiles purged.
In melee. Under attack. Enemy troop.
Now, Endymion shall rest.
The Eldar return to the sector could not have come at a worse time, Commander. As you suspected, the House Vandus militiamen who ambushed you at Argent Glacier were not an isolated band of malcontents. More Vandus rebels have risen up against Imperial authority on Meridian. The Retribution will take you there to provide support. Governor DeRosa will have further details for you when you arrive.
What of planet Aurelia, Captain Angelos?
Jonah, I'm reassigning you to the Commander's strike force. You will all return to Aurelia once the crisis on Meridian has stabilized. Angelos out.
I still do not see how these rebels could have imitated a Bloodraven's distress signal. The codes and rights for using our relays are among our most closely guarded secrets.
Our chapter hides far more than its communication rights.
Perhaps, but someone knew just how to draw us into that trap.
Thank you for your intervention, Commander. The Emperor's favor is clearly with you and your battle brothers. It is an honor to serve alongside the heroes of Typhon.
Commander, Governor DeRosa here. Insurgents loyal to House Vandis have launched a sabotage campaign here on Meridian. Our infrastructure is still crippled from the Eldar and Tyranid attacks, and the Vandis rebels know just where to strike to cause the most damage. What's more, raids from Ork looters have become endemic. We could use any aid you can provide, Commander. Commander, this insurgency has stretched our loyal forces to the limit. Ork looters have infested the Hablocks outside Angel Gate, and I can spare no troops to stop them. Only you can eliminate these Xenos before they reach Angel Forge. House Vandis wants Angel Forge for itself. They are driving the Orks ahead of them in order to weaken the Forge's defenses. If the insurgents take Angel Forge, they will have access to massive weapons stores. Most Imperial Guard forces have been diverted to deal with Vandis insurgents. Those guardsmen still at the Forge are dangerously short-handed. The defensive gate has been restored, but it remains in a weakened state. If Angel Gate falls, nothing stands between the rebels and the Forge.
My assault marines are ideally suited for this mission, Commander. The invasion left that area a maze of walls and obstacles. Our jump packs will allow us to get across any blockades.
I will be glad to be done with this place.
Surely Angel Forge is worth defending, Avitus.
Worry about moralizing later, librarian. There are Orks to kill.
This way. I saw something from the sky. Damn! Space Marines! Kill 'em, boys!
More Space Marines! This is me lucky day!
Engage the enemy. Enemy troop.
Did that greenskin say more Space Marines?
Commander, Governor DeRosa here. We are receiving a distress call from inside the defensive ring.
We are under heavy fire from insurgent forces inside the perimeter. Heavy casualties. Make yourselves ready. The Blood Ravens will be here shortly.
There is a command console inside the perimeter which you can use to lower the gate, Commander. Jump packs should allow you to reach it.
Commander, that position is exposed.
Then we break the gate down. Take the fiends by surprise.
With Angel Gate shattered and the defenders dead, who will hold the Forge the next time?
Enough. The commander must decide.
Here are our brothers. Precisely on schedule. This way, my brothers.
Exterminate the enemy.
We have encountered Chaos Space Marines.
Understood. The Imperial Guard will hold them as long as they can.
We must not let them escape.
Loyalists! Kill them all! So good to see you all again, Blood Ravens. I remember well our sparring on Cronus.
Tell Captain Thule that his old friend Eliphas is anxious to see him again.
The insurgents are in full retreat.
You have more than an insurgency on your hands, Governor de Rosa. This is a full-fledged heresy.
This is very grave news. We cannot allow the forces of chaos to overrun our recruiting worlds. The traitor legions must be based on planet Aurelia, Commander. Return there immediately and hunt them down.
Commander, thank you. I can barely believe the rebels would align themselves with the forces of chaos.
Believe it.
Yes. Sergeant Avitus is right. Denial only aids the enemy. We have recovered records from the rebels that betray the location of their main base. It is on planet Aurelia. House Vandis has been operating there since the earliest days of the Tyranid invasion. I am dispatching troops to Aurelia immediately. Time to eradicate the enemy's safe haven and end this heresy.
Now you are speaking sense, Governor.
Commander, I fear the Traitor's foul warp energies may have affected us.
Affected us? How, Librarian?
The corrupting influence of chaos is a powerful thing. Even the briefest encounter can stain a soul.
We are no traitors.
Perhaps not, Cyrus, but corruption can be subtle. Each step along the path may seem insignificant, but together they lead into darkness. When facing the minions of the warp, no decision is without consequence.
Commander, I have taken stock of the items recovered from the battlefield. I fear some of them resonate with very troubling psychic echoes. I advise caution with these items, Commander.
Commander, now is the time to strike back. The Black Legion is operating from a well-fortified industrial facility on planet Aurelia. You must break into that complex and defeat the traitors within. It is a geothermal power station. House Vandis established it soon after planet Aurelia re-emerged from the warp. It appears to be the center of their dealings with the Black Legion. Expect to face heavily entrenched Black Legion troops. Imperial Guard forces have already deployed to establish a beachhead. They report that the enemy has raised a void shield to protect key areas of the station. Bring that shield down and purge the facility, Commander.
Commander, if that truly was the Eliphas we faced on Cronus...
It was.
Then we must expect a trap. Eliphas earned a reputation for deception on Cronus, many times over.
Tarkus is correct. Eliphas is a dangerous foe, but we still must take the facility.
Those guardsmen are up to their necks again. Traitors with heavy weapons have them pinned.
We need to eliminate those chaos positions.
Bah! We coddle them at every opportunity.
More corpses. Fall back! No mercy.
Your command?
Speak, brother. Sergeant.
Blood Ravens, good to have you here, Commander.
Report, Guardsman.
Yes, sir, of course. The enemy is heavily entrenched and holding the entirety of the facility. From what we can tell, we're facing large numbers of Chaos Space Marines as well as Vandis heretics. The enemy's raised some sort of powerful energy shield around the central portion of the facility.
Auspex scans show a power station to the north, Commander. The shield must be drawing energy from there.
We will take that station then.
We've managed to establish a field command here, but we've yet to push any further. Barrage incoming! Find me that damn mortar battery!
Commander, Coordinates are being relayed through a communications array north of here.
The traitors are using that array to guide the artillery. If we take it from them, we can silence those guns.
Won't last long unless you do, Commander. Move up and hold that position!
Go!
Emperor preserve us.
Target destroyed.
The Black Legion has summoned demons to their side.
There is the communications array. The Retribution confirms that it's being used to call in artillery on the Imperial Guard.
I see Eliphas was correct. You blood ravens are persistent.
Where is that coming from?
Over the Vox, on our private channel.
Who are you?
I am Aragast of the Black Legion, pillager of 1,000 worlds, champion of the Chaos Gods. I will tear this sector from your chapter and sacrifice it to the Dark Gods.
We beat back the Tyranids. You will fare no better.
Empty bravado will not save you, stripling.
Commander, this is a distraction. I can feel a dark ritual is underway. A temple. They have established a temple to the powers of chaos. We must destroy it.
Then we will burn it to ash.
The control shrine for the station is just ahead. Time to bring that void field down. Cutting power to the void field. The target is now exposed.
Our ally is losing forces to enemy fire.
Commander, that relay did more than just transmit target coordinates. There's a recording.
The access codes for Battlefield Bomb.
Use them to ambush my battle brothers like you did with the distress signal, and our agreement is over. What was that? Someone betrayed us!
Heretics enacting some dark ritual.
They summon demons. Destroy them. There is the foul temple.
Must fall.
Their temple burns and falls.
Well done. Wait. The warp!
What is it, Jonah? Speak.
The walls between reality and the warp are thinning, breaking. Commander, we must get to the Retribution immediately.
Cyrus to Talon Alpha, emergency extraction.
Direct our
Perform the cleansing.
You allow them to escape, Lord Aragast.
Because it serves me, Eliphas. If we kill them now, we waste the value of the traitor in their ranks. Your vengeance can wait.
Of course, my lord. Of course.
Now, prepare for the next battle.
Your victory of the Iceworks has stirred the enemy to further action, Blood Ravens. Black Legion forces are attacking our scouts on Calderis and pillaging our assets on Typhon. I am relaying details to your planetary display. You must put an end to these raids. Maintain absolute secrecy about this mission, Commander. Angelos out.
Let us hear that transmission again, from the array.
Yes, definitely.
We have recovered some additional audio, but the speaker's identity is still hidden.
This transmission includes the access codes for Battlefield Vox. I will not be party to the murder of fellow Blood Ravens.
No. There is a traitor in the chapter.
We now know how these heretics lured us to Aurelia with a false distress signal.
And how that Chaos dog could taunt us over our Vox channel. I will kill this turncoat with my bare hands.
Assuming we can uncover who he is.
Commander, Governor DeRosa here. Vandis and Black Legion forces have taken Spire Legis. They have erected artillery batteries and emplacements that make a large-scale assault impossible. We could use any aid you can provide, Commander.
We have an urgent message from planet Typhon. It comes from Techmarine Martellus. We thought him lost in the Tyranid War, but he survived. He needs your help, Commander.
Techmarine Martellus, to any Blood Ravens capable of receiving. I am transmitting from the astronomical array station in the Typhon Islands. Ork looters have been a recurring threat since my arrival. However, at dawn this day, I detected a graver threat. Chaos Space Marines. I fear they want the array for themselves. I risk damaging the array by sending this message, but I require support. Mars and Terra, power levels are dropped.
Martellus, are you receiving?
Sergeant Tarkus! Thank the Omnissiah. I am defending the array, but the Traitor Legions are here!
Retribution, prepare to provide close support.
Away from me, fiend! Get down!
Martellus! We must revive him!
My thanks, Commander. I am glad to see you again.
We had thought you lost when your Thunderhawk went down, Martellus. How did you survive?
A story for another time, Tarkus. The heretics will surely try for the array again any moment.
We cannot stay here defending this relic for all eternity, Techmarine.
Agreed, but we cannot leave the valuable data in its cogitator for the enemy to take. Strike Cruiser, this is Techmarine Martellus. Deploy power generators at the following coordinates. Now that the array is powered, I can initiate a cogitation transfer right to secure the records. Just keep the enemy from destroying those generators.
Oh, this place belongs to the Orks!
Greenskin looters.
I'll fight on two fronts then.
Commander, the Orks are using a gate to access the complex. We should seal it.
The Greenskins will just go around, Cyrus.
Exactly. Directly into the Traitor Space Marines.
Our fortifications are under assault.
Oh! The Yumis don't close the gate!
Then go around the other way, you kids! And kill every Yumi you see!
Commander, I have gathered several valuable relics from the wreckage of my Thunderhawk. They are in a storage area a short distance away. If possible, we should recover these items before they are looted by the Orks. Commander, I have diverted some power into the array's capacitor nave. Discharging it will slow the enemy, but will severely damage the array. Using this pulse could mean losing the array for good.
Another Yumi to kill! Smells right, he does. Ugh.
Avoid those foul-playing clouds!
Bah! Not even the deepest Tyranid hive was as foul as that scum!
Indeed, Avitus. Commander, cogitator recovery is complete. We can safely leave this place.
Now you can tell us the story of your survival, Martellus.
Thank you for your timely intervention, Commander. I will initiate the repair rights for the items you have recovered. In particular, I shall restore our Terminator armor.
Eliphas has yet to show himself again. He must be planning something. That heretic is too dangerous by half.
I thought he died during the Cronus campaign.
As did I. I saw him torn to ribbons.
How does he yet live?
Souls are both playthings and currency in the warp. Eliphas may have died in the flesh, only to have his soul bartered among demons. It seems they restored his body when it suited them.
More likely his death was a deception, a mask for his escape from Cronus.
There was no deception.
In either case, it speaks of Eliphas's power. Tarkus is correct to worry.
Just how did you survive, Martellus?
Yes, a good question.
As you may recall, I was aboard a Thunderhawk during the climactic battle with the Tyranids.
I also recall it being blown from the sky.
A Thunderhawk is a resilient craft. Instead of destroying us outright, the Tyranid attack sent us into a desperate dive into the jungle. My brother pilot used all his experience to guide us into the highlands, where the infestation was less severe. He did not survive the crash landing. I was left alone. No transmitters survived, and my own cybernetic enhancements were severely damaged. It took me months to successfully enact the repair rights to regain my mobility. I spent the rest of the past year battling my way through to the astronomic array.
Your perseverance does the chapter proud, Martellus.
Perhaps. But I am glad to be in the confines of a mighty strike cruiser once more.
Commander, the Black Legion is attacking a detachment of Bloodraven scouts. Sergeant Priam led a group of initiates to investigate an intermittent positioning signal emanating from the depths of the Calderis Desert. They expected to recover the remains of brothers lost during the Tyranid War. They found the Black Legion laying in wait. We cannot allow the Chaos Legions to destroy them.
Priam to command. We require tactical aid and fire support. Under attack from Chaos Space Marines. We are making for Seawall ruins. The Traitor Legions have already killed 8 scouts and taken 5 others.
Another falsified chapter signal. This is Eliphas's handiwork. I am certain of it.
And that of the turncoat who gave the signal rights to him.
I trained Priam and several of those initiates myself. I will not abandon them now. I am going on this mission.
What in the Emperor's name are they doing?
Abducting my initiates.
Chaos minions are attacking in force, Commander. Our initiates need support.
There.
Another group of traitors took prisoners and headed west. Emperor only knows what fate the heretics have in store for them.
Peace, Priam. The Bloodravens will not abandon their own.
We will find these initiates.
Our thanks, brothers.
Attack formation, brothers.
Deal with that. Be vigilant as you...
They are drawing those scouts into the warp!
Kill that chaos filth! Kill them all! I have located our battle brothers.
The rift is closing. Our brothers are safe.
For now.
Praise the Emperor! We will vanquish these heretics yet!
There is the sorcerer who leads these traitors!
He dies!
For 1,000 years, I have cultivated the power of the dark gods. I know, within, you tremble and cry. None can escape the yawning abyss.
Target eliminated.
For the chapter! Sergeant Priam, report.
Captain Diomedes? What is the Honor Guard doing on Calderis?
We go where the chapter wills. Now report.
Of course, Captain. The Black Legion used a chapter locator signal to ambush us. How they obtained it,
Facts, Sergeant. Do not speculate.
Here are the facts, Captain. The Black Legion killed many scouts, but abducted more. This is the second trap!
Thaddeus, be quiet.
Enough, Sergeants. Commander, take your strike team and return to your strike cruiser, or wait further orders. Sergeant Priam, gather your initiates and prepare for transport to Firebase Argus. The events of this day are to remain strictly secret. Knowledge is power, Blood Ravens. Guard it well.
Commander, I recommend that you depart Calderis as soon as possible. Captain Diomedes is initiating a stand-down order for all Blood Ravens on the planet. You must continue your pursuit of the Black Legion.
Why would Diomedes prevent us from doing that?
The Chapter Master dislikes contact with the Black Legion. Diomedes will enforce his will.
Davian is correct, Commander. Chapter Master Kyrus has pulled Blood Ravens back from battles with the Black Legion before. He might abandon this whole sector instead of facing that band of traitors.
That would leave our recruiting worlds to the enemy.
Precisely. You must stop these raids before that happens. Angelos out.
Commander, I have been reviewing the data we recovered from the astronomic array. I believe the ancient space hulk designated Judgement of Carrion is about to appear in this sector. It may allow us to identify our traitor. Should you require more information, I am at your disposal. The Judgement of Carrion is a conglomeration of ancient vessels which have become adrift in space and time. It travels at random, spending decades or even centuries in the warp.
If I may, its travels are not entirely random. Only the Emperor can know what horrific planes the Judgement of Carrion has visited. But its recorded appearances have all been in this sector or in one of its neighbors.
Yes, and because of that, the astronomic array had a detailed record of past appearances. A distinctive pattern of warp anomalies preceded each appearance.
And that pattern is occurring again.
Precisely.
How does any of this blather help identify the traitor?
The machine spirit aboard the Retribution is not sufficient to remove the masking on the message you recovered. But there are references to a far more ancient and wiser logic engine aboard the Judgement of Carrion. With it, I can identify the heretic.
Diomedes is a hero of the chapter. Why keep us from the fight?
Diomedes has always been a political animal. If the chapter master wants the Blood Ravens off Calderis, Diomedes will not question him.
Captain Diomedes does his duty, as should we if such an order comes.
Enough. The enemy is kidnapping our initiates and laying traps for us across the sector, and we should do nothing? It is not my duty to follow the edicts of fools.
Commander, the Vandis heresy continues to spread. Vandis and Black Legion forces have taken Spire Legis. They have erected artillery batteries and emplacements that make a large-scale assault impossible. If you can disable these defenses, however, the Imperial Guard can retake the Spire. If not, the population of Legis will remain at the mercy of these heretics and demons. The Vandis heretics are using field generators to power their batteries. Destroy these generators and the Black Temples defending them, and the batteries will fall silent. Foul sorcerers have also established warp portals which allow the Black Legion to bring in reinforcements. Sealing these portals should stem the tide of enemies long enough for you to destroy the generators.
You are sending me to Spire Legis, Commander.
Is that an order, Sergeant Thaddeus?
No. No, forgive me, Commander. I request to be part of the strike force. Long ago, Spire Legis was my home. I will not see its people sacrificed to chaos.
A rift in the warp. As long as it remains open, the enemy can summon reinforcements.
Key targets are on your map display, Commander. If you destroy the enemy's generators and strongholds, the Imperial Guard can retake Spire Legis.
A temple! They have established a temple to the powers of chaos!
Destroy this foul den! There is no time to waste!
Slaves of chaos! Burn them to ash! A gift for our dark lords!
Barrage incoming! Move!
That should silence the heretics' guns. DeRosa's fragile guardsmen can advance without trembling now.
Thank you, Commander. The 85th Venderland has begun its assault on the Spire. The heretics are resisting, but without their defensive guns, they will crumble. It is good to see them suffering the wages of their sins. DeRosa out.
The Eldar have reappeared, Commander. They have congregated at the site of our climactic battle against the Tyranids. The Black Legion must take priority, but ignoring the Eldar is unwise. At your discretion, pursue and eliminate these Xenos. Very little. The Tyranids' destruction of the land exposed ancient Eldar ruins, however. This may be what has drawn them here in such numbers. You can expect to face Xenos skimmer tanks and walkers, as well as powerful infantry. The area remains a wasteland, but there have been some changes. Most notably, the Blood Ravens have erected a monument to those brothers who died fighting the Tyranids. It stands above the spot where Sergeant Eberros was entombed with his war gear. Also, an Imperial shrine now stands at the site of our battle with the Hive Tyrant. Purging that temple of Xenos infection would be a laudable act, Commander.
Even with the traitor legions assailing us, we must oppose the Eldar. Remember that they manipulated the Orks on Calderis and attempted to destroy all of Meridian. I owe their species a debt of blood and fury, Commander.
I never thought we would return here. It smells worse than a Meridian slum.
Rotting Tyranid smells like glory to me.
Focus on the task at hand. Xenos still pollute this place.
Accept Eldar.
There is the tomb of Brother Eberros. Exercise caution, lest we destroy it in battle.
Eldar! Close and engage!
You should have slipped away when you had the chance, Eldar.
The remains of a craft world still lay among these benighted worlds. We will not leave while the souls of the lost lie scattered on the wind, and until Idranel's vision is fulfilled at last.
Your witch's vision died with her on Meridian.
Spare me your primitive obstinance, human.
Brace for psychic blast! Now! Strike before it can recover!
Yes, die, Xenos filth! Battles like this are good for the soul.
What little is left of it.
Avitus, do not mistake bloodlust for righteous fury. That way lies damnation.
Your cursed ship is hiding, Tech Marine.
Hold your tongue, Avitus, and open your eyes.
The Judgement of Carrion.
Commander, I have uncovered another transmission from the Traitor. We should review it before launching another mission. Like Martellus, I have been trying to identify the Traitor using our shipboard cogitators.
Have you made any progress?
Of a sort. This message was in our own transmission tomes.
Angelos has us charging around the sector on the Retribution. They know about me, or at least that I exist. Only the Vox Cloak Invocator has masked my identity thus far.
The Traitor is here, aboard the Retribution. He is one of us.
We need to reactivate the ancient logic engine aboard the Judgement of Carrion. To recover the proper activation rights, you must locate data slates hidden in the surrounding decks. Because you will be operating deep within the Space Hulk, the Retribution can only offer very limited support. Jump packs will be useless in the confined space, although teleport systems will function. The logic engine is secured in a sealed vault. Only the engine's activation rights will open the vault and grant us access.
Xenos and demons infest the Judgement of Carrion, Commander. But the lingering warp energies in the ship pose a far graver danger. With prolonged exposure, such energies could drive even the bravest Space Marine to madness. The boarding party should return to the Retribution as soon as it can.
Commander, you must locate ancient data slates to access the vault. They should be in data racks of some sort.
We have no time to waste. The foul resonance of the warp is already palpable.
Fallen brother, Bonaparte, of the 5th Company.
Look, an apothecary's reductor vial, still intact. It contains Bonaparte's progenoid glands, the chapter's holy gene seed.
If an apothecary collected it, why leave it here?
A fair question, but we cannot overlook the opportunity to recover Blood Raven's gene stock. Be vigilant for other vials or signs of an apothecary.
Commander, the rolls indicate Bonaparte still serves in the chapter Honor Guard.
How can that be?
Target killed. Are these Tyranids feral?
Only without a leader creature nearby. Remember, when connected to their synapse web, all Tyranids become deadlier. We had best exercise caution. Tyranids aboard these derelicts can evolve to suit the environment.
Yes, I sense powerful psychic echoes. Even against the warp energies.
Destroy them. Another fallen brother. Veteran Lucanus, also of the 5th Company.
And another reductor vial.
Martellus, what do the rolls say about Brother Lucanus?
Killed in the Karava campaign.
I was at Karava. I recall no Lucanus.
Commander, both Bonaparte and Lucanus served in an expedition aboard the Judgement of Carrion. I shall try to uncover more about this expedition.
The Tyranids are attacking!
You have enough data slates, Commander. I shall begin the activation rites.
The chapter shall not forget your deeds this day.
Tyranid assault!
I am traveling.
Your order.
That is easily done.
Tactical repositioning.
I will find the assignment.
Another fallen brother. And another gene seed.
Sergeant Sarpedon, 5th Company.
Another member of the same expedition. The records list Apothecary Galen as the leader.
Which explains the reductor vials.
But not why they were left behind.
None other will do. It must be mine. Then we can fight back. It will be mine.
The warp is making itself felt, Commander. We must hurry.
Another door blocks our way.
There's a data slate on the door. Xenos detected.
Eliminate them. The logic engine must not be damaged.
The Tyranids are attacking!
No mercy.
The foul thing is dead. Let us get to the logic engine.
This is Galen. I no longer know how long I've been on this forsaken derelict. So many brothers dead. And the voice of Ulcair cackles from every shadow. It is hungry. It wants the holy gene seed in each of us. I must hide the reductor vials. Even the demon cannot know the entire Space Hulk.
Commander, that was some sort of Vox recording from centuries ago. I will analyze it as best I can.
Your prize had best be worth sending us into that foul place, Tech Marine.
Recovering gene seed alone is worth the risk, Avitus.
I will begin analysis of the logic engine right away, Commander. We have also received several distress signals from across the sector. The following transmission is repeating on secure chapter channels.
Come, Blood Ravens! Face me in battle if you dare! I am Aragast of the Black Legion. I await you on Aurelia!
The scum is challenging us like an Undercity pit fighter.
If he wants a battle, I will give him one.
This must be a trap.
Does it matter?
Commander, the Vandis heretics are gaining ground hourly. Captain Angelos has sent no Blood Ravens to aid Meridian. I need your help. Please come to Meridian as soon as you can. DeRosa out.
We have located the store of reductor vials left aboard the Judgement of Carrion. Recovering additional Blood Raven's genetic material would be a great service to the chapter. Demons and Xenos of all sorts infest this vessel, however, and it still resonates with warp energies. Returning to the Judgement of Carrion is entirely at your discretion, Commander. You will automatically teleport back to the Retribution after a fixed amount of time. This should prevent you from becoming trapped and limits exposure to the maddening effects of the warp.
We cannot forego an opportunity to recover Blood Raven gene seed. This could allow the chapter to grow strong again.
With respect to Captain Thule, this Space Hulk looks like a death trap. Surely all the Blood Ravens who died there also thought they could secure the chapter's future.
Commander, I have a request. Every librarian swears to protect the relics and histories of the chapter. Leaving this vessel unexplored feels like a violation of that oath. I would ask to join you on this mission.
Located the store of reductor.
Every second spent aboard this accursed derelict puts us at risk. We must recover the gene seeds quickly.
Relocating. Tactical is done. Move on.
My target eliminated.
Assault squad is ready to deploy. Bring it down.
Another enemy of man.
We have the gene seed samples, Commander. This deed will make our chapter stronger.
These gene seeds will ensure the future of our chapter. Well done, Commander. Commander, I have discovered another transmission from the traitor in our ranks.
Commander, we have received a priority signal from the Chapter Honor Guard.
The Master of Scribes found this message. He came to me. He did not know whom else to trust.
You must get Diomedes to put a leash on Angelos. He still has us chasing them, and that is putting me at great risk. I am not the only one who will be discovered if it comes to that. Do you understand me, Galen? Knowledge is power, as you're all so fond of saying.
This was sent to Calderis and the Honor Guard. Corruption worms its way into the chapter's heart. You must stand against this.
This is Captain Diomedes. All Blood Ravens are to cease crusade recruitment and other operations within the Aurelian sector. Return to your muster points and prepare for mobilization to the Ferox Swift Crusade. Knowledge is power. Guard it well.
He abandons the sector so easily. How can we follow such a man?
We are receiving another priority signal from Captain Angelos.
Commander, we must not abandon this sector to the traitor legions. I am headed to Calderis to discuss the matter with Diomedes. Continue to oppose the Black Legion. Angelos out.
Gabriel is correct. We must continue. We must find the traitor in our ranks.
Commander, praise Terra you have come. The Vandis heretics and the Black Legion are overrunning Capital Spire itself. We still hold the Imperial Palace, but they have taken the rest of the Spire. I will die before surrendering the palace to these treasonous curs. Without your aid, Blood Ravens, I will make good on that pledge before long. You have brought us key victories, Commander, but we have been fighting 100 other battles. The 85th Vendaland and my other loyal troops have all suffered massive casualties. The Black Legion, however, never seems to run out of madmen and demons to throw against us. Loyal forces are converging on Capital Spire, but they will not be here in time to make a difference. Attention! This is Governor Elena de Rosa. The Blood Ravens are here. The Emperor's angels of death fight with us. Drive the traitors from the palace gates. The palace is safe, thanks to your Blood Ravens, Commander.
The Black Legion will not give up so easily, Governor. Prepare for a counterattack.
Commander, I have several tarantula turrets ready to deploy.
The enemy has targeted one of our turrets. Enemy troops destroyed.
The enemy still holds the communications array and Imperial Shrine below the plaza, however. A quick strike could retake them, Commander.
The corruption of chaos is on us!
In melee!
Take your... My initiates and I will keep this area secure. Your firepower is needed elsewhere.
Additional turrets are ready to deploy, Commander.
My Devastators can maintain the defense of this location, Commander. Assist Governor DeRosa.
Additional turrets are ready to deploy, Commander.
Tied up in hand-to-hand combat.
Allies' forces are under attack.
The enemy has massed for a counterattack on the palace. Stand with the Emperor and drive them back.
Commander, the palace will not hold without your aid.
Beginning tactical advance.
My power is ours. Chaos shall never triumph.
Thank you, Blood Ravens. Once again, you have saved Meridian. Commander, I am forever in your debt. I cannot understand why Captain Angelos and Captain Diomedes refused to aid us. But in our darkest times, against our most terrible foes, you stood with us. Meridian will never forget this. I will never forget.
Blood Ravens, hear me! I am Aragos the Pillager, Master of Hounds, the Lash of the Black Legion. You and all your kind are cowards, lowly lickspittles. You must be emulating that pile of bones you call an emperor. You are as dead and useless as him. I am destroying your worlds, Blood Ravens, yet you do nothing. I see your precious craft hanging in orbit above Aurelia. I am here. Face me, if you dare.
I agree, Commander. We cannot allow him to call us, and the Emperor, cowards. When we strike at this madman, there can be no falling back or tactical withdrawals.
Enough! I can no longer sit here in orbit while that treasonous filth lives. I swear I will deliver the death blow myself.
You finally show your faces! Have you mastered your fear at last?
We know no fear.
You Blood Ravens are clearly fearless in your hurry to leave the sector. The courage with which you show us your hindquarters does your Emperor proud.
Turncoat scum! I will kill you here and now!
Very impressive. You have more steel than the rest of your mewling chapter. Rejoice, brothers! Your slavery to the false emperor ends today.
The only thing ending today is your worthless life.
Yes, and to the void with orders and niceties. But not quite yet, little Blood Ravens. First, a test. Make your way to my chosen battleground. Eliphas, open the portal!
Yes, Lord.
Devastators under enemy attack.
Marvelous! I will remember you fondly when I burn your worlds to ash! Glorious! Lord Khorne smiles on us, Blood Ravens! Do you have the will to pass his final tests? Eliphas, the next portal!
Yes, Lord.
Coward! You will not escape!
Commander, look. A way forward. We can finish this yet.
There is a shrine ahead. It is sure to be well defended, but securing it would aid us greatly.
Yes! Fight on for the Blood Gods!
Prepare for combat.
Observe, Blood Ravens! Khorne thanks you for your offerings!
Your running is over, traitor. Now you die.
Fearsome words, Blood Raven. Now show me deeds.
Assault squad ready.
See? Here is the power you are denied. Who sacrifices for you, Blood Ravens? No one! No one!
Feeds on them. Kill the heretics to weaken him!
Yes, my lord. Open a portal.
No, I think not. A change in leadership is in order.
Eliphas! You treasonous dog! No!
No escape this time.
A fitting death for a leader of traitors.
True, but what game is Eliphas playing?
Bah, he is greedy and honorless scum. He saw his chance to gain power and he took it.
And the prospect of Eliphas with more power somehow reassures you?
Commander, another transmission from Captain Diomedes of the Honor Guard. He has declared Gabriel Angelos a renegade, and orders our return to Calderis. I have also uncovered additional information about Apothecary Galen and his expedition aboard the Judgement of Carrion.
Blood Ravens, take heed. For the grievous sins of refusing chapter orders, spreading heresy, raising arms against his one-time brothers, and stealing relics, arms, and artifacts from the chapter. Gabriel Angelos is hereby declared an enemy of the chapter and sentenced to death. The renegade Angelos has fled, absconding with the battle barge Litany of Fury. I, Captain Apollo Diomedes, issue this declaration with full authority from Azariah Kairos, Chapter Master of the Blood Ravens and Keeper of the Librarium. Knowledge is power. Guard it well.
This is madness. Gabriel is no traitor. We must expose the corruption among the Honor Guard. We must go to Calderis.
The log entry which played when you activated the logic engine aboard the Judgement of Carrion was only one of many in the engine's cogitation archives. Listen to these additional entries.
The Emperor has granted us a miracle. Guarding the corpses of the brothers lost aboard this derelict, we have found a survivor. Librarian Kairos is restored to the chapter.
And this entry, sometime later.
Bonaparte fell today, killed by another demon of the Dark Gods. All our exits have sealed, and our beacons have failed. We are trapped. Kairos' psychic powers have saved us several times already. But how can he defend against the voices I hear in the darkness? How can any of us?
The rest of the log is protected by ancient encoding rights, and these are strikingly reminiscent of the rights masking our traitor's identity.
And this is the same Kyrus
who is now Chapter Master and Chief Librarian of the Blood Ravens.
Emperor preserve us.
What happened to Galen himself?
He serves with the Chapter Honor Guard. Commander, the Judgement of Carrion's logic engine confirms our suspicions. The encoding rights used by our traitor and in Galen's logs both bear a marked resemblance to those of the Chapter Honor Guard. With a copy of their codes, I could finally identify the traitor. Commander, to finally identify our traitor, we must obtain the transmission codes of the Chapter Honor Guard. To do so, you must penetrate to the heart of the Blood Raven's firebase and destroy the stronghold of Captain Diomedes. This will trigger an automatic signal from his battle barge, from which I can gain the codes we need. Between us and those codes stand both the Honor Guard and our own brothers from the 3rd and 4th Companies. The entire area is patrolled by our chapter brothers. They will fire on us without hesitation. Only stealth and non-lethal attacks can prevent bloodshed. Diomedes has established a perimeter of satellite bases. Field generators and automated tarantula sentry guns are standard issue for such temporary positions.
Captain Diomedes adheres to the chapter's tactical doctrines. The Codex calls for a tactical feint when a satellite position is destroyed. Nearby forces fall back to a strong firing line, either drawing their attackers into the teeth of bolter fire or calling in artillery. If we destroy the field generators, we can use this to push through the perimeter without killing Blood Ravens.
We must find a way to reach that stronghold without killing Blood Ravens.
Some Blood Ravens have fallen to chaos.
Then we fight and kill those. But to murder those simply doing their duty to Chapter and Emperor, could we ever recover from such an act?
The heretic apothecary Galen is nearby, Commander. We cannot leave a servant of chaos in the Honor Guard. We must confront and expose him, or his evil will continue to infect the chapter.
Remember, proceed cautiously and target the field generators. We are here to recover data, not kill Blood Ravens.
Hostile vehicle coming into view. Placing explosives.
Moving to cover.
Ready to detonate, Commander.
Incoming artillery strike! Clear the target area!
There he is.
Hello, brothers. So glad you've come to see me. I assume you uncovered our mutual friend's mewling message from the Retribution. A foolish misstep. But that is something of a pattern with Blood Ravens, I suppose. Shall I kill you now?
Incoming artillery strike! Clear the target area!
Time to emerge.
You fight well. But do not fool yourself into thinking I am the only one who has seen the path of chaos. Let me introduce you to your followers.
It takes one player to frighten us.
Thank you. The demon has lurked within me for too long. You must warn Diomedes. The brothers
members of his retinue, they serve chaos as well.
And Diomedes himself, has he fallen?
No. But his pride blinds him.
Maintain camouflage, scouts. Placing explosives. Ready to detonate, Commander. Stop time.
You are traitors to the chapter. Honorless scum.
Open your eyes, Captain. We fight to preserve the chapter. You abandon our worlds to the Black Legion. You surround yourself with heretics like Galen.
Do not lecture me, Sergeant. I follow the orders of our chapter master, Kyrus. You are the only heretics I see here.
Have Kyrus and Galen told you of their time on the Judgement of Carrion, Captain? Have they shared stories of the deaths of their brothers? Or the demonic voice of Ulker that plagued them?
Ulker? Where did you hear that name?
From Galen, Captain.
Go from here.
Commander, I have recovered the codes we needed.
So, who is the traitor?
The decoding rights needed to identify him are not yet complete. The codes did allow me to uncover additional data from the Judgement of Carrion, however. I believe I know where the Black Legion's true base of operations is hidden on planet Aurelia. The Honor Guard's codes unlocked a great deal from the Judgement of Carrion's logic engine. This record from Apothecary Galen seems especially relevant.
Librarian Kyrus grows more morose by the hour. He is a mighty asset against the things lurking in this ancient space hulk, but he does little to keep our faith strong. At morning prayers he recounted a great battle on a lost world named Aurelia. A terrible demon beset this planet and summoned mighty warp storms. Blood Ravens faced the demon in a terrible battle at a chapter keep. This should have inspired us all, but Kyrus made it a tale of woe. He described his brothers dying one by one to bind this demon, but called their sacrifice pointless. The fiendish creature, he said, was yet free, and somehow, even before Kyrus mentioned it, I knew this creature's name, Ulker.
A demon bound in the keep on planet Aurelia. Surely Eliphas seeks its release.
I share your thoughts, Librarian. I can locate the keep's remains if we return to Aurelia.
Yeah, 1,000 years ago, in this place, Moriah, mightiest of the Blood Ravens, battled the great Ulker. With his dying breath, did Moriah stab at the heart of the Great One. What none could slay, he wounded. And so, noble Moriah died, with only his student Kyrus left to mourn him. Weakened, the Great One could not resist Kyrus. The hated student bound and shackled Ulker. Now, that bondage ends.
Flesh Yes, Great One. Oh, rise, little Eliphas. I remember our bargain.
Commander, the ancient logic engine has done its work.
Use them to ambush my battle brothers like you did with the distress signal, and our agreement is over. Angelos has us charging around the sector of the Retribution. You must get Diomedes to put a leash on Angelos.
I am not the only one who will be discovered if it comes to that. Do you understand me, Galen? Knowledge is power, as you are all so fond of saying.
Avitus! Avitus betrayed us!
Commander, Avitus is no longer aboard. He has taken a drop pod and headed for the planet below.
He seeks to escape us.
He will not succeed.
Commander, there is a recorded message waiting from Avitus.
I can almost hear your mewling now. How could he betray us? Why, Avitus, why? Look at this planet. Look at it. That is why. The entire galaxy is the same. Broken, shattered, rotten to the core. Honor, brotherhood, duty. They are no more than delusions and lies. We use them to justify the death and destruction left in our wake. I cannot tolerate it any longer. I have seen the rot that runs through our chapter's honor, and it justifies nothing. My memories are full of the screams of those I have killed. Where others see life, I see only death. We all know how this will end. We have always known. It ends in blood.
The traitor has gone to ground, Commander. Avitus has retreated to a fortified Black Legion base on Argent Glacier. The area is dense with enemies, but we cannot allow that to stop us. We cannot let Avitus escape retribution. The Black Legion is present in large numbers. Beyond their main stronghold, they have at least 2 satellite camps. Patrols stalk the area between these strongpoints, ready to pounce. There may well be other defenses which we cannot detect from orbit. A direct assault is possible, but that strategy gives up our only 2 advantages: surprise and discipline. The traitor legions lack discipline. Their patrols are more interested in finding something to kill than actual reconnaissance. I doubt they have any established reporting rights or patrol rotation. If we engage and destroy the patrols quickly, their absence will go unnoticed. The same is true of the satellite camps. We can move from target to target, weakening the enemy, until we can strike at the main base and exact retribution.
Cyrus's strategy is sound, Commander. His analysis of the traitor legions aligns with the Codex. Cyrus was not on Cronus, however. Eliphas showed himself time and again to be supremely cunning. He knows well the weaknesses of his slaves. I cannot help but feel he will have taken steps to address them.
Hello, brothers. I know you are out there, coming for me. That dog Eliphas has the area crawling with Black Legion scum. Deal with them. I will await you here.
Avitus still has access to the Vox channels, Commander. I am marking his location on your map display, along with 2 other Black Legion outposts. Eliminate those to weaken the main stronghold. Keep a sharp eye out for patrols.
Night Stalker Squad is still hunting. They ignore summons.
Do not bother me with your failures, Chaos Dog.
Commander, tectonic activity is increasing. The whole area could be swept away.
Disengage, as Lord Eliphas ordered! Eviscerator and Cyrix squads no longer respond!
You had best hurry, brothers. The squads you have killed are going to be missed.
Reporting to Chapter Master Kyrus is one thing, Avitus. But betraying us to the Black Legion is another.
I thought that as well. Until after the Tyranids, when Kyrus contacted me again. And told me to provide information and aid to an ally of his. Named Eliphas.
Destroy them! Blood Ravens attack Bastion Terminus!
They have sounded an alarm.
Expect the Black Legion to be ready for you. Commander, you are nearing the western outpost. To avoid an alarm, you must destroy the base quickly.
Tarkus, do you remember when Chapter Master Kyrus came to Cronus after the final victory?
I have no interest in your nostalgia, Avitus.
Shoot, blind fool! Kyrus wanted to make me his man, his personal agent in the Fourth Company. I was with him as he and his honor guard cleaned up all the dark deeds from the Cronus campaign. He walked me through the ruins of Victory Bay, celebrating the slaughter I had carried out there. If you had been there, you too would see what a rotten veil of lies our chapter has become.
Loyalist whelps assail Bastion Abattoir!
They have raised an alarm.
Expect increased resistance now that they are aware of our presence. Commander, Aspect shows the stronghold gate to be heavily guarded. There may be another approach.
We have our orders.
Here we are at last. The end is in sight.
Show yourself!
Do not worry, Thaddeus. Have you ever known me to run and hide? I needed only to ready our chapter master's final gift to me.
Terminator armor.
Yes, the holiest of chapter relics in the hands of a loathsome betrayer. There is the honor of the Blood Ravens.
Chaos Dreadnought!
Target killed. Your death will weigh on my soul, Avitus. As will your folly.
I want none of your pity, Tarkus. But remember this day, because you are looking at your own future. Someday, you will see through all the lies. And then the dead will come for you as well.
No man died in his service that died in vain.
Spare us your empty platitudes. It matters not who lives and dies. Blood is shed, as it has always been. There is nothing else in this forsaken existence.
Let that be the last of treachery and corruption in the chapter.
Unlikely. Avitus clearly accused Chapter Master Kyrus. I fear a heretic is in command of our entire chapter.
Commander, another ship in orbit. It is the Litany of Fury, Captain Angelus's battle barge.
Commander, we face a terrible situation. Chapter Master Kyrus has gone mad, and Diomedes has branded my brothers and I as renegades.
Sergeant Avitus secretly served the powers of chaos. He has paid the price for his betrayal. But we believe that Chapter Master serves chaos as well.
I feared as much. There will come a reckoning for Kyrus. I swear it.
Dire though the situation in the chapter may be, the threat to the sector is worse. Kyrus bound a mighty demon inside planet Aurelia 1,000 years ago. Eliphas is intent on releasing it and destroying the planet in the process.
Without the Blood Ravens to defend the sector, all our recruiting worlds will fall.
The Chapter Master may have branded us renegades, but we still stand with our worlds. We must mount an assault and eliminate the foul monstrosity here and now. I'm transferring details to your planetary display. Angelos out. Commander, the demon Ulker is manifesting in the ruins of Keep Selenon. This was once the grandest of our chapter keeps. Now, the Black Legion infests its ruins. Eliphas's forces are well entrenched and prepared to repel any surgical strike. Nevertheless, we will prevail. Predator tanks from the Litany of Fury will drive into the enemy's defensive line. Their mission is to destroy key Black Legion installations. Once the Predators eliminate their targets, my forces will launch an all-out assault on the Chapter Keep. With the Black Legion repelling our assault, you can drop into the Keep itself and strike at the demon.
We can supervise their attack in order to better prepare for our own strike. One Predator will deploy in the Annihilator pattern, perfect for dealing with enemy armor. The other will use the Destructor pattern, better suited for dealing with heavy infantry.
The Predator Annihilator and Predator Destructor are deployed and ready to begin their attack. Key targets are indicated on the tactical map. The Emperor guide you to victory, Blood Ravens.
Reading you clear and true. Advance. Target destroyed.
Well done. Strike Force Fury, launch attack. Forward! Today we regain the honor of our chapter.
Commander, we should divert to support Captain Angelos. By eliminating the Black Legion defenders, we can stem the tide of Blood Raven deaths.
Blood Ravens! Lord Eliphas was right! The Loyalists are trying to outflank us!
What is this? More Blood Ravens. You should visit with me. I have gifts for one and all.
The demon is here already.
We are too late.
No, the demon is manifest, but not yet free. He cannot yet leave the keep.
Your chapter master imprisoned me. Now, I will destroy his chapter, consume his scepter, and rot away his entire reality.
Commander, deploy your strike team and destroy that demon. Everything depends on it.
Yes! Come and feel Nurgle's embrace, Blood Raven.
The demon feeds on our brothers' lives.
I commend you on your persistence, Blood Ravens. Even faced with the betrayal of your brother Avitus, you strive on. Such determination could accomplish a great deal if backed by the powers of the Dark Gods. As it is, your stubborn nature only ensures your destruction. You draw closer to your doom, Blood Ravens. Surrender to the inevitable. Share in our glory. It was left to me to manipulate Captain Angelos into launching this attack. Eragast never understood the true grandeur of his plan. But you have played your parts very well, Blood Ravens. Delightful!
Melee! Aerial assault, go!
Well fought, Blood Ravens. But while you battled me, how much stronger has Vulcan become? Victory is still mine, brothers.
Eliphas again proves to be a disappointment. His refusal to accept death is an offense to Blackfather. Still, he served his purpose.
To the fight, brother. Close on the enemy's guns!
Engage the enemy. A few more deaths, and I shall be free to consume the whole sector. Your deaths will do nicely.
Reposition.
Walker incoming.
Ally infantry destroyed.
Where we needed. Aerial assault, go! I want those guns destroyed.
Such a beast of souls! I shall tear apart all your worlds! The victory is yours, Blood Ravens! All flesh, even that containing an essence as glorious as my own. Such is the way of Nurgle. But do not delude yourselves that your victory will last, little humans. This prison cannot hold me forever. It is cracked and weakened, and its architect now feasts on Nurgle's rotten fruit. You and your pathetic chapter will feel my hate again!
Blood Ravens! Victory is ours! You have driven the Black Legion from the sector, and banished the vile demon who sought to consume us. But a more terrible battle remains ahead. Our chapter is in the hands of a madman and a heretic. Kairos, he who should be the greatest of us all, has bargained away his soul to the powers of chaos. And we are branded as renegades and traitors. My brothers, this will not stand. Commander, you and your brothers shall be our agents of purification within the chapter. Your actions have already set a shining example of honor and valor. And when none others could, you opened the eyes of Captain Diomedes to the corruption around him. Take the retribution back to Calderis. Diomedes awaits you there. You will assume command of the 4th Company, rightly taking the captaincy left vacant by Davian Thule. When the time is ripe to strike at Kairos and the rot in the chapter, we shall contact you. When that day comes, we must all be ready. Let none find us wanting!
By chapter and emperor, let none find us wanting!